Well, good. So welcome everyone to our Saturday morning love team call. Lucy and I have been doing for a number of years, and so great to see the special people on this call that are really into one of the greatest missions we can be doing on this planet today is sharing food, real food, with people that have been getting poisoned every day by the pesticides, herbicides, fillers, binders, radiated ingredients, the genetically modified ingredients, and all the salts, fats, sugars that are overloaded in all our foods. So, and there's our youngest brand partner I see on the Oceans there. You know, look at that, look at that beautiful young man. Hey there, handsome. Yeah, Brandon says he takes after me. Anyway, y'all, so good to be here. And, and this mission we're on is so fantastic. And years to come, Purium is just beginning to grow. And it's the leadership of people like us that really make this happen. And there's going to be people that are going to be attracted to you, that want to become brand partners. Going to be lots of customers that come into your life. This is a simple duplicatable system. And the simpler we keep it, that anybody can, we all know three people that would like to make an extra $1,000, $1,500, $2,000 a month. And we all have 3, 4, 5 friends we know that would love to do that. And, we've got the gift card marketing, which is so simple to give out gift cards, and all the videos and the apps and all the tools and all the team leadership that we have from team to team of people that support everyone on this call. And it's, you can find those 5, 10 customers quite easily, and you can find those 3 to 5 brand partners that just would like to do the same thing you're doing, give out gift cards and build a handful of customers, get their business started. You can show them how to do that with all the tools we have. So keep it simple. Keep it simple, enjoy the process, because that's network marketing was created as a simple concept as a home-based business. So congratulations to all of you. And so today we invited Gabrielle to see if she wanted to join us to share. Every time I've seen her on a call, she absolutely knocks me out. And Lucy and I we get off the call and go, wow, I remember the first time we saw her, Lucy said, who is that? That gal, that lady is so smart. And the way she teaches and educates, you just kind of go, wow, she's got skills. And she happens to be a mother of 2 identical 10-and-a-half-year-old twins. So I think that probably gets you started early in the morning. And being in the top of your game every day, and if these kids are anything like her, man, they got to be inquisitive and on the ball. So Gabrielle happens to be a holistic nutritionist specialist. So that's her forte, has been nutrition. So her attraction to Purium was a natural thing for her. And I know how much she loves the products, and she's achieved the level of Blue Diamond, and she's growing in the company, and she's attracting a lot of really great people to her team. And on that note, it's a pleasure to have you with us here, Gabrielle, as she talks about this. Her topic today is resilience. So think about that word resilience and all that you go through as you think about the challenges that you run into, the commitments you make, and the resilience it takes to really pursue and be successful in your business. So Gabrielle, thank you for training us this morning.
Thank you so much, Michael and Lucy, for inviting me to be here. It's an honor to be part of this team, the Rising Phoenix, the Love Team, all the way up, and to just be among some of the, the top leaders in our community. So thank you for asking me to share as a young leader within the company, climbing the ranks. And when Michael asked me to come on, he's like, what do you think you want to talk about? I was like, resilience, because that is something I think not only do we need in life, right? To be resilient, to hold on to our dreams, to persevere, to be able to be malleable and flexible, to weather the storms and stand in the discomfort and discomfort. I'll watch my language. Discomfort of growth, right? And so I'll just backtrack a little bit in that. So I've been teaching. I've had my own practice for close to 20 years, about 17 years, helping people repair their body in many ways through holistic nutrition, superfoods, herbalism, detoxification protocols, mindset, and self-love exercises. And I had known about Purium actually for years, and Troy had been bugging me, Gab, come on, come on. And when COVID came around, it was perfect timing because I create specific tailored protocols per client based on their specific bio individual needs and whatever kind of chronic illness or goals that they have. And that's a lot of work. It's a lot of mental work, energetic work. I love it. It's amazing. But what I was really excited about is what Purium had to offer me initially as a coach to be able to give to my clients that simplified things. And Michael was talking about simplicity. Brandon and Olivia and I and our team, we've been talking about how to simplify, right? How to bring things together and simplify. And the Ultimate Lifestyle Transformation Kit, being able to bring that into my company, transformed my company and also helped me on a whole new level with some ease transform my clients' health. And obviously that turned into a business. And for the first time ever, I was like, oh my God, I'm married. I'm married to a network marketing company. I'm so freaking excited. I've been looking for a network marketing company to marry for a really long time, and Purium is my company. And everybody on this call, to be part of this team and to be part of this journey with you, like all of us are so dedicated to self-growth and self-love and the world, the repairing of the world, the repairing of our communities, right? And I mean, how can we not be inspired by that? We're completely inspired by that, which is why we're all here. As a business, now someone like I've been growing, I had a manufacturing business. I was the first person to have a bean to bar raw food chocolate bar at Whole Foods in 2007. It's the first one on the shelf. I was the first person to have superfood powder blends on the shelves of Whole Foods. And I'm sharing this for one reason: resilience is ahead of the curve. And it took me learning how to, the word fight is an interesting word because it feels like a fight sometime, right? To fight through the weeds, to push them aside. It requires this push within us, right? It requires the resilience, as does this business. And one of the biggest things I've learned, and I'm learning through my amazing coaches, Olivia and Brandon on the Rising Phoenix team, and being part of the community and the leaders within our team, is really how to navigate, right, the ebbs and flows of this business. And there's a couple of things that I think are really important that are seemingly unimportant and can also seem monumental, and ones that I'm still practicing and learning how to be amazing at, right? Sometimes I'm really good at it. Sometimes I really stink at it. Resilience. I have a dream. I want every person in the world. I mean, that's pretty hefty, but I do. I mean, why can't we all be on Purium? Everybody should be on Purium and making money. Forget all that huge other stuff. Let's just, right? Nobody should be starving and broke, right? That's the vision. We all come together in community and create massive community. Everybody's healthy and alive and sharing their unique gifts with the world in their unique ways. So with that, and really wanting to know what your dream is, what is your vision, and how far do you want to take this business? How far do you want to take this business? Like, where are you really? How far do you want to go? And I know, Ra and Seema, you guys are really up there in the company, and I'm looking to arrive at those ranks, and it requires me to get honest about what I'm willing to do and not willing to do. And that's really what I wanted to talk about today, is getting honest with yourself, having those challenging, oh, thank you, Seema, having those challenging conversations with ourselves, with our upline, with our coaches, with our team. Like, what do you want really? Are you really in this? I'm in it, and I'm here to stay. And maybe, sometimes I want to be faster than I am. Resilience, adjusting our mental scope, right? If your perception of what you want is out of alignment with your action, you are going to burn out and potentially fail. I actually learned this from Brandon on a phone call. I was driving to one of my clients' house. And it was like one of those moments where it just slaps you across the face. And he was checking on me to make sure I was okay. And I was like, no, I am. And he's like, are you sure? I said, I am. I'm good. I'm in it. I'm here to stay. But my pace was a little bit slower than normal, right? And what I explained was, what I'm realizing, what I'm learning is, in order for me to stay in the game, in order for me to not be broken by the expectations I put on myself, right? The expectations I put on myself, the perceived expectations of my leaders, right? It's all in my head, right? It's all in our head. We have to adjust those perceptions so that we can actually succeed. We have to adjust those expectations so we can succeed. That doesn't mean we don't look at our goal card. That doesn't mean we stop writing on our mirror, I am Black Diamond, I am Crown, I created a new rank in the company, right? We're still looking at those every day, but we are also adjusting our expectations so that our actions match our expectations. So when the storm happens, because it does, when all of a sudden you have, an incredible leg. I'm almost 2 years, right? I'm almost 2 years, and I've experienced an epic leg totally. Oh my God, where'd it go? I had to weather that storm. That's resilience. That's resilience. How bad do I want this? How dedicated am I to the mission? Resilience. I had to adjust my expectations. Call Brandon and Olivia, I'm failing you. They'll be like, would you stop? You're not failing us. Adjust your expectations. What are you willing to do? Oh, right. What am I willing to do? What are you willing to do to get the results that you want? What's your timeline? I had to adjust my expectations. I'm like, I want to be crowned by December. I can be, but here's the reality. I'm a single mom of twin boys. I'm going to show you my mayhem. With a roof leak going on. So I can't live in my bedroom while we simultaneously decided to redo the living room and the kids' room. So we are among boxes, old furniture waiting to be picked up, new furniture coming in, trying to hold my team, recruiting new brand partners who are setting me up on 3 ways. Resilience. It's like 90% precipitation in my bedroom with the rain, right? Like, it's literally raining on my head. But I'm dedicated and I'm here. And you need to know how far you're willing to go. You need to know what you're willing to do. Once you decide how far you're willing to go and what you're willing to do, then you have to, I believe, I'm a strategist. right? I believe in strategy. I am a detail-oriented person. This can be annoying, but it's also one of my strengths. Okay, so when I'm looking at a client of mine, right, when I deal with my one-on-one clients who are all on Pure MPS, I was going to tangent, but I'm going to finish this thought first. So when everybody's on Purium and I'm working with my one-on-one client, I'm taking a fine-tooth comb. This is why I'm a specialist. I take a fine-tooth comb so I know exactly what is going on in every aspect of their life, emotional, physical, nutritionally, all of it. I need to know every detail so that I can understand exactly the system to create to help this person. This is the same attention to detail that you have to give to the business. Now, the challenge with that microscopic precision is you can get paralyzed in your analysis. So you want to make sure you lean into your team, you lean into your coaches, and you take the constructive criticism of like, yo, back up, pull the scope back. It's okay. We understand, but we're just going to keep moving forward. We're going to keep putting one foot in front of the other. With the attention to detail, here are some of the things that I've learned that have helped me understand what my pace is. How can I understand what my pace is if I don't even know the numbers? That was huge for me, right? So I needed to really learn, how many BPs do I need to bring in a month to reach X goal? How many customers do I need to bring in a month to reach X goal by X time? And when let's say I want to do it in 2 months and I do the numbers, okay, and then I look at the time, the actual time that I have and what I can actually commit to. And I do the math. That allows me to adjust the perception of the expectation and get realistic so that I can weather the storms and keep putting one foot in front of the other. Is this making sense? Let's go thumbs up. Everybody's with me? Okay. So, okay, cool. So, and I do this with my team too. We have a meeting once a week where we just kind of look at, okay, what are your goals? We usually once a month, what are your goals? What's realistic? Okay, you want to achieve that. Do you actually have the time to put in that work? And it's okay if you don't. And that's the other piece that I've learned, right? Because I went through the heartbreak of being a failure a year and a half into business, thinking I'm failing all over the place because I'm not a 3-star crown, crying out loud, but I'm so proud that I'm a blue diamond. Thank you. Oshodans. Oshodan. It's okay to fail. It's okay to make mistakes. It's okay to realize that your pace is different than you thought. If you stay committed and you stay consistent and you're persistent and you maintain that vision, I promise you will achieve your goals and you will take your team with you, the ones that resonate with that, the ones that feel the same, they will come with you. I am so blessed to have my very first brand partner still with me. But she's going with me all the way. Like, to me, that's like, oh my God, I love you so much. Yeah. You really feel like, oh my God, we're in this together. And so my point is like, don't be too easy on yourself. We all want to stretch and grow, and I'm all about that. I believe in the discomfort of I want to get comfortable in the discomfort, but the irony of that is then once you get comfortable in the discomfort, you've got to become uncomfortable again. It's one of those cosmic giggles. Yeah, stay consistent, persistent, and hold the vision. Lightning bolt. So, as I always spray chocolate on myself when I drink my elixir. Okay. So I guess if I'm going to break it down into 3 steps, the first is mental. Get clear on what your vision is. Really know what it is. Then get clear on the timeline. Then do the math. And then step number 4, adjust where you need to so that you can actually stay in the game. Does anybody have any questions?
Could you repeat those 4 steps again?
Sure. First step is getting clear on your vision. Like, what do you want? Like, beyond the big vision of I want to save the world. What do you want to do in your business? What goal do you want to hit? And I'm not talking about your 5-year goal. I'm talking about your 3 to 6 month or even 1-year goal. Right? Depends how big you want to go. I like to shoot. I do well with 3-month runs. And then I look at, like, one of the things you can do. Sorry, Michael, I know I'm tangenting. So look at your year, what your year vision is. Do the math of what's required for you to reach that rank for that entire year. Okay, then adjust, right? So you're going to get clear on your vision, 1. 2, I forgot what I said, but I know what we're going to do. I was like, that just came out. I was like, 1, 2. All right. So we're getting clear in our vision. Then we are doing the math to make sure that we can reach the vision. And then we're adjusting as needed. So I said it in 3 now. Timeline. Yeah. Thank you. That's what it was. Timeline. Timeline was 2nd. 3rd was math. 4th was adjustment. Thank you, Veronica. Right. And so when you're looking at the year, right, when we're looking at 2022 and okay, this is really what I want to do. This is what's in my heart. It's what's in my soul. It's scary. It's exciting. Oh my God, I really want this. Do the math. And then adjust it. Like if you then run for a 3-month period, because that's like, we can chew on that. We can chew on 3 months. It's kind of hard to chew on a year. Right. And just remember that in every month, not every 3 months, but every month, you will need to adjust your expectations of the pace and the rhythm, because we are an entire organism working together. 90-day runs are magical. And you know, what's so funny is my programs with my clients have always been 90 days, because 90 days, we as humans, it requires 90 days for us to implement truly within our being new habit patterns, new neural pathways, right? 90 days is amazing. So to really like to break down our year, to chunk it down into these 90-day runs of what we can accomplish and adjust every month accordingly, whether we need to step it up or bring it back. Maybe we need to dial it back, and that is okay. That's okay. And I guess I stress that because of the pressure I have put on myself as a solo parent and the sole provider with full-time clients. And even though, you know, Purium is part-time, it really takes up full-time space in my head. Right. And then I got my kids and I'm homeschooling. So like push yourself, but allow yourself the space to shift so that you can stay in the game. That's my biggest message to you, is stay in the game. If one day you wake up and your leg is gone, it's okay. Stay in the game. Learn from it. Do the math. Look at where you dropped the ball. Right? Learn from it. Take those gems, apply it, and keep moving forward. And I believe personally, that is the recipe for success, that resilience, the maintenance, like the maintaining of the passion. I thrive on inspiration and passion, right? I'm about the mission. That's what keeps me going. And as long as you're locked into that, you can weather the storm and just keep adjusting your perception so that you don't get so down on yourself if things break apart, because they're going to break apart, but they're also going to grow. Once they break, it's like alchemy. So the name of my company is Alchemy, and I love alchemy because we have to actually break apart into 1,000 pieces and completely dissolve before we can come back together brand new. Do you know how many times we do that in this business? Forget about our personal lives, forget about our personal evolution as a being, right? In the business, we die to the business all the time just to be reborn like the phoenix. So that's my recipe for resilience.
So I got a question for you, Gabrielle. That was fantastic, man. I loved how you said, you know, we all look at each other and we have our commitment, but I loved how I know I'm the same way as on this line you said, Purium takes up full-time space in your head. And I think that's probably why one of your reasons you're successful, because people see and feel that. Because that's the same way, it's full-time in my head. Even when I don't think it's in my head, it's in my head. So could you elaborate? I mean, people sense you, talk to you, you're in the nutrition, you're a nutrition coach, specialist, and here you are, a company like Purium that has all these superfoods, and this business is full-time in your head. So someone who you might be introducing, they sense that there's a serious reality of what this company is in your brain, and they might buy easier, become a customer easier, or a brand partner. Would you say that's so?
I believe so, yes, because they feel my passion and my dedication. I was just hired by YPO. YPO is Young Presidents Organization. I was out in California. I was the keynote for nutrition. And of course, what did I talk about? Obviously, besides my pieces of nutrition, I talked about Biomedic. I talked about ways to nourish quickly and easily through the products of Purium. Why am I bringing this up? Because the Young Presidents Organization is an international organization with Fortune 500 companies, right? Young entrepreneurs who have created a layer of success that is generational wealth for their families. And to be invited into that and to be able to share my passion for nutrition is exactly why, right? So that caliber of company is hiring me, and I'm choosing Purium for that same reason. The caliber of the company, the dedication to the mission, right? They go hand in hand. And when you truly know that in your being, the gift, the gem, the diamond that you have in your hands with Purium, you will be able to take that. And when you share that, they will know. They might not know what it is that they're feeling, but they're like, oh, all right, yeah. I have to have some of that. I don't know, whatever that is, but I want it. Right? It's the dedication, the passion, the knowing. I know what Purium is. So I'm married to it. Finally, I got married. Just little humor, Did I answer that, Michael?
Yeah. I also loved when you said I loved your excitement around that your first brand partner is still with you 100%. And I think, we're only looking to build 3 or 4 top 5 teams in this comp plan. So the excitement, if you could elaborate a little bit on the excitement of that brand partner that's your soulmate in a sense. because that's what we all want. We want 3 brand partners that are into this, that love it, and that we love them. And it's a full-time, all day, 90-day, 100, 2,000-day run together.
So Isabel, she's leading the French Connection. And she's done amazing. She reached Green Diamond, and I think we're very similar, her and I. And I think sometimes in a way with our brand partners, we're really wanting to attract someone similar to us in our values and our dedication and our willingness to stay in the game. And when choosing a brand partner, I think there's a couple of things to this. Like Isabel, Isabel was an intuitive hunch for me. It was a hit. It was like, she was actually my client. And I was like, I don't ever usually cross that line of like client and then do business with me. And I like to honor certain boundaries. And I literally, so when you want to talk about it's in your head, right? I was like going to sleep about it, waking up about it, everything I was doing. I was like, I should just ask Isabel. And I did. And she was like, yes. And she's the one who's with me. So I think there's really learning to listen to our higher selves. What's it telling you? Who maybe that is totally not supposed to be on the radar is on the radar. That's my ride or die. She's the one who's still with me 1.5 years, almost 2 years later. Right. And our relationship, we have become soul sisters through the process because we've gone through brand partners that we thought were going to run and go all the way, and then they would disappear. They'd hit consultant, fast start, and then where are you? They'd hit director, where'd you go? And we've gone through those pieces, of waking up to a whole leg built. She's been part of that with me. She's had her own experience. She's had that own feeling that she's failing me. And I'm like, no, right? And you lean into each other, just like I lean into Brandon and Olivia. I'm not afraid to break when I say I'm not afraid to break my relationship, what I mean is I'm committed to my relationship with my upline. Because I'm married to Purion, I'm married to my upline. I'm married to the people dedicated to the mission with me, who are running with me. So I'm willing to do the work. I'm willing to have the uncomfortable conversations. I'm willing to be like, oh man, you're right. I totally don't get that. And I'm also willing to say, wait a minute, I disagree, and let's talk through this. Right? Or, hey, Gabrielle, you're not showing up. Okay, great. How can I show up better? Right? Like willing to have the hard conversations with love, knowing that we really are all in this together.
Fantastic. Well, my gosh, I've been taking all kinds of good notes here. Our actions have to match our expectations. How deliberate am I to the mission? My gosh, ULT, the ULT, maybe you could share a little bit about how that ULT, the concept of it transformed your business.
Yeah, sure. Oh my God. And I love it. And my kids, as you hear that stirring, that's my kid drinking his Power Shake. Just as a side note, every mom should have their kid on Power Shake, Laura knows. And okay, so the ULT, what I loved about it is there was an entire kit, right, that helped repair on a cellular level the gut microbiome, specifically because of this incredible formula Dave created that is way above and beyond. Do you know there's only one other product that doesn't even do what the Biomedic does, that just came out a year ago from top scientists that have a similar nutrient in it? We are still the #1 company that holds this product. It is unreal. So to be able to have the Biomedic that literally repairs the gut lining on a cellular level, to then be able to have my client drink something, right, that's equivalent to 5 or 6 superfood salads, and take a vegan pre-digested protein at the same time. So now they're getting a complete meal in one sitting, but because we're repairing their gut, right, they can actually absorb the nutrients. The tart cherry, right? I know I'm explaining the kit and that you all know this, but I'm explaining this for a reason, because when you've done the work that I've done for as long as I've done it, and you put together protocols day after day, and you come across a kit like this that's this powerful and succinctly put together, that it hits every point, is, in my idea, miraculous. It's absolutely miraculous that I can take this kit. Okay, you're going to take this kit. Now, obviously, if there's hormonal pieces and certain things, am I still fine tuning? Yes. But guess what? The foundational piece is now delivered to my clients. I don't have to worry about holding stock. I don't have to worry about anything except going, here you go, take this link. You're going to get $100 off. 109 actually. And that's where you're going to start. Everything's in there. As soon as you get it, let me know. We're going to talk about it. Totally. So like, just as a coach, that transformed my business. Then to be able to have another stream of income for clients who may not have been able to do my one-on-one coaching, which is a high ticket item, right? So they're able to now have access to my knowledge, to my support, to our community support, and get massive healing. I know I'm not supposed to say the word healing, massive repair and transformation, right? For $11 freaking dollars a day. I mean, come on, it's mind blowing. So again, it's like, I see the gold, I see the diamonds. Oh my God, I'm like swimming in diamonds and gems, right? And I get to share it. Like, guess what? Everybody can have a diamond. Those were exclusive at one point to only a certain level of income or type of person. Now everybody, no matter what demographic, can have success in their health and financially transform their lives. It is, to me, a no-brainer. And I think that's why I've been able to maintain a continuous pace of growth, even though it obviously has its ebbs and flows. But there is definitely, I want to create a new rank. I mean, why not, right?
Wow. Yeah, that's well said. I mean, that is, we just don't really, it's hard to comprehend the power of the products that are in that ULT. It's just a gift from God.
It really is. It really is. And when you even tap into that a tiny bit, right? And you start to share that knowing, if you consistently share it, regardless of the no's, regardless of a team falling apart or coming back together, or falling apart and coming back together, if you are consistent and you keep doing it and you maintain, like you cherish that belief and knowing, you will be okay. You will be okay. And you will make tons of money and you will help thousands of people. And then when you, like, that's the other piece too, right? So often careers that we've been taught to believe culturally are so focused on the monetary piece, and they disregard the human, the spirit, and the earth, right? And this company, we have the potential to truly create freedom of our spirit. I mean, that's it just in a box that costs less than $11 a day. because one man had a vision.
Hmm. Hmm. That's right. That's absolutely right. Wow. Gabrielle, we got a few minutes left. Let's see if anybody has a question for you. Anybody would like to address Gabrielle and give her first of all, congratulations. That was a great training. I can see why you were such an amazing coach.
Thank you.
You know, I love your heart and your care and your passion. Anybody got a question for Gabrielle?
Hi, I do.
Hi, Shiva.
Hi, Gabrielle. I'm taking a beautiful walk in Ojai, California. Hey, family. Hey, Michael and Lucy.
I
My
see
favorite
that.
people on planet Earth are on this call today. Good morning. Gabrielle,
Right.
thank you. Thank you for this incredibly high-level training, exceptionally high-level training. Again, Michael and Lucy, I think have the world record for consecutive Saturday high-level master classes. I mean, every single one of these Saturday mornings are more valuable than the next, on and on. But congratulations. I want to share that with you again with what Michael just said on your resilience in addition to your success. And that's my question, is on resilience. Anything you could share in closing here around resilience around rejection? How have you bounced back from to stay in the game and achieve this moment and arrive here with all the rejection that you had to face over your last 2 years, just in the Purium economy? You know, whether it be brand partners that you thought were going to take you to the crown and dropped out, or people that you were sure were going to say yes, but then they were a no, and maybe even after they said yes, that they took it back, and all kinds of rejection, the inner negative self-talk. I mean, all the forms of rejection that one has to face to reach the top of the mountain. And your experience, I would love to hear, because you are, listen, you are crowned, as like Seema said, you know, and everyone here knows your crown will show up in the back office pretty soon. But you got it on the inside, and thank you for reminding us of that as well.
Oh, thank you, Shiva. Oh God. It's such a powerful question, and there's two answers I would give. One is I lean into my upline. I wouldn't be here without Brandon and Olivia holding me and encouraging me and telling me when I need to step it up, and you know, all of that. Like, you know, you got to lean into your upline. You got to lean into your team, the people that have got you. And the other piece is I have had to really, in this, taking this marriage on with Purium, right? This company, this economy, this desire, this wish, this dream. I've had to take my mental self-care game to a whole new level, right? It is completely, I'm going to change my language. I absolutely am dedicated to my practice of self-talk every day. I write out my gratitude list. I do my meditation. I write out my visualizations. And when I'm hurting, right, when I'm hurting because I'm taking it personally, thinking there's something wrong with me, that's when I lean into the people who have made the successes that I'm still climbing. And I remember through their care and hugs and tutelage that it's not personal, and I do extra mindset work. And I think that's part of that discomfort of like, wow, you know, this level of mindset work and meditation and gratitude writing has been great for this game. But now that I want to go here, and with everything I'm choosing to bring in, right? As I choose to expend the energy to create that vision into reality, that requires a new level of dedication to the self that's unwavering. It's unwavering. Even when you're, like the other morning, it's like raining in my house and I'm like, and went to bed late and I got my kids and there's calls and, and my everything. And I'm like, and I was like, get out your book, get out your book. And I just started writing what I was grateful for. Then I read my Napoleon Hill declarations and I reminded myself of what my vision is for my life. And then my kids got up and gave me kisses and I was like, all right, I can do this. I can totally do this. Thank you, Shiva.
Thank you. That was a perfect answer and so helpful, like everything else you've shared on this call. And we all look forward to celebrating you at the top of the mountain, but you're already there and they'll just show up. We'll celebrate again when it shows up in your back office, okay? Thank you so much. It's really a deeply, deeply meaningful call. Thank you.
Thank you, Shiva.
Thank you, Shiva. Golly Moses, y'all. So let's, is any chance, who else would like to ask Gabriella a question? Feel free. Catch a little of that energy. Talk face to face with her.
Go ahead, Ron.
What did you have objections when you were being introduced to Purium, and what allowed you to overcome those?
That's an awesome question. I did have objections. My objections were that I had been burned in network marketing before. And thank you, Seema. Thank you, Mallory. Angelo. And it was really in Troy nurturing our friendship and answering my objections. Like, talk to me about the community, right? I want to know about the community, like how I didn't know if I was going to be burned again, right? I didn't know if I was going to experience what I was going to experience, but I did trust Troy very much. And I respect his knowledge. And when he connected me with Brandon and Olivia, he was, I left him a message, P.S. Brandon, about 2 weeks ago. And I was like, Troy was masterful in connecting me with Brandon and Olivia. And that his knowing of my energy, like being someone who can read people and connecting me with Brandon and Olivia and having them kind of take me in as parents and, certain life experiences, really, it was the feeling of being held and that there was community that first helped me overcome the fear of my past relationship with network marketing. And then when I got to see the comp plan, I had already known the quality of the product. So that really wasn't an issue for me. It was more so what had happened in network marketing in the past and was that going to happen again? And what was the community like? Those were really the challenges that I faced. And it was just easier. I don't know. I hope I'm answering your question. It feels kind of esoteric, but it was like, I felt held and I felt safe. And I knew I listened to my higher mind. I knew I could trust. I didn't know how. I knew I could trust because I had never known Brandon and Olivia, right? But I knew that I would be okay. Somehow I knew actually this was going to be amazing.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Good question. Thank you, Ra. I love what Laura Barry, who's another amazing brand partner, she wrote here in the chat if you haven't read it, it says, Gabriella, every time I hear you speak, I have a fire lit inside me. I so appreciate you. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for being so authentic and vulnerable.
Thank you, Joel.
How lovely. How lovely. All right. Well, we hit our hour, everyone. Wally Moses. We got one more quick question. We don't want to do a quick question, but if there's one more question for Gabriella, please feel free.
I don't want to ask. I don't want to ask any questions, but I just want to say thank you for sharing, Gabrielle. Thank you for being such an incredible leader and pillar within the organization. And I really just think that the next time you do a training, you should do a training on presentation, because Gabrielle is the best presenter in our entire group. And probably if you give her the right topic to speak on nutrition, I mean, she really brings her personality out so well that it was the first time my mom did anything for her health, it was because of listening to Gabrielle. And I mean, then she was like, oh, well, Gabrielle said this, and she said that, and she said this. We did a small thing at the beginning of the year, like a little 5-day event. And I didn't even know that Gabrielle was into nutrition. Like, and I asked her, I was like, what do you want to speak about? We want you to speak. She said nutrition. I'm like, all right, great. And she did it. And I mean, our group went from like 50 members to over 500 members by the third day, because people wanted to come in. So obviously you have a passion for the topic, but man, you're just such a great speaker. So thank you so much. And we look forward to continuing our growth together.
Thank you, Brandon. I'm so honored, honestly, to be here. And I'm always blown away by this community and the love that I feel that I receive just from being here. And it humbles me to the core. I'm just a girl from New Jersey, and I've got outlandish dreams of saving the world, I'm so grateful and proud and honored. So thank you all for being here with me today and allowing me to share my growth experience with you, and hopefully, that's helped you. Thank you.
Well, it certainly has helped me. I can tell you that. Wow, that was just that was so touching in so many levels. Lucy, do you have any, here we are, we're on the 18th of the month. We've got another 2 weeks before this month ends almost. And as Leslie was saying on the call Tuesday night, this next 6 weeks needs to be the biggest 6 weeks of your business as we roll into November and December. So Lucy, any comments you want to make, as any messages of any kind?
Well, I just want to say, Gabrielle, that was incredible. Thank you so much. I love it every single moment. Too, I was writing some notes and everything. But I'm so happy. I'm not the only person that says you need to be married to the company to do this. Okay. I've been saying that for a while, and then somebody asked me, well, if I really want to have success, I mean, you got to the top really fast, you're already there. And I go, you need to get married. You marry the company, you marry the process, you marry your support line, and you'll make it. But you need to be committed, and you need to you want to get the crown, marry the company. And what I mean about that is, like, what do you do when you get married? You introduce your new husband, your new wife to everybody. And you don't, in the beginning, at least in the beginning, you don't leave the husband at home. You take it everywhere. Okay, you take it everywhere. And then you start having babies. And because you're having babies, you're not going to leave the baby at home while you go out. You don't. You take your baby everywhere, and your babies are your brand partners. You take care of them, you answer them, you nourish them. Those are your babies. And like Gabrielle said, she had one from the very beginning, and she's so proud. That's her baby. Okay, so I'm so happy that you mentioned that you had to be married to the company, because I strongly believe that's the key to succeed, to get to the very top. Because we start dating and then we become boyfriends and then we become engaged. And when we get married, again, don't leave your husband or your wife at home because the marriage is not going to work. And then when you have babies, don't leave them, because what's going to happen, you know, you're going to have problems when you leave the baby at home. So thank you so much for that. I just love it because I use that all the time. Thank you. Thank you. So, yeah.
Great comments, Lucy. Really, so touching. So we're winding this call down, and it's been fun being here with everybody. We got a fun weekend, everybody, wherever you are, and a joy. What, honey? Go ahead.
I don't want to forget. This is what's great. Every single Saturday is an epic for me. I learned so much. Okay. Next Saturday, we're gonna have the one and the only one, Olivia Ocean. Okay, it's gonna be with us. Be prepared. Send a text to everybody. Forward the link. I'll make the link. I promise the latest by Monday, so that way you have enough time to promote this. It's incredible leader, so she's gonna be here with us.
And Olivia's going to be talking about willingness. Willingness.
Oh, love it. Love
So
it.
it'll be fun.
Yeah.
So on that note, we've hit this hour. So I'll let Gabriella close out the call with her closing comments, and then everybody just can unmute and give her a big rah-rah. And again, when Purium, we do not make claims of any sort that our products heal anything, any way, shape, or form. Our foods feed the body to allow the body to regenerate and nourish and do the work it's supposed to do. So we're not a company that makes claims. So on that note, Gabriella, thank you. And please give us a closing note of whatever you want to say.
I'll say this. And you're right with the healing word. We don't make any medical claims. I'm not a medical doctor, of course. Repair is a great word. Repair is a great word. That's my go-to, repair. And my tagline that I've been using for years for my company and with my clients and with myself, and how I how I live my life, right? Because there is only do, there is no try, as Yoda would say. There are no rules, only choices. No rules, only choices. Thank you. Love you all. I'm so grateful.
Thank you, Gabriella.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Gabrielle.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Gabrielle.
Bye.
Have a
You're
great
amazing,
weekend, everybody.
Gabrielle.
Thank
Thank
you.
you. Thanks, everybody. Have a great weekend.
Bye.
Bye.
Have fun, everyone. Blessings.
Blessings.